Kate Copstick, are you in a good mood or are you in a bad mood?
Joe, I have never been in as bad a mood as I am now.
Still be.
Last night, after I left, after our show yesterday, it just, sometimes a day just kind of collapses in on itself. Started out, I was walking down the Cowgate to my next show, which I'll tell you about in a second. And these four guys came up to me, and one of them went, and he's doing something, they were slightly inebriated. My mates want to know something. I was thinking, well, it might be about it. Have they seen me on the telly? They've been to see the show. No, they wanted to know this was a wig.
Oh, it's not, sorry.
And then I went to see that show that I was en route for. Nathan Cassidy is the perpetrator, I think is how I could put it. It's an hour, and I'm knocking on a bit. I probably don't have that many more festivals left in me. And I am deeply upset that I wasted 15 minutes of my fast disappearing life on this piece of, well...
Did you walk out? Okay.
I can't walk out. You might have a big finish.
Okay.
That's one of the worst things.
15 minutes, is it?
15.
15 minutes, okay.
50.
Thank you, sorry.
He never listens to a word I say.
You said he was on for an hour, and now it's like 50 minutes. By the end of the review, it's going to be half an hour.
50 minutes. It's called something like the cat that said, no, the frog that said sausages. He thinks he's terribly clever. He posits the idea that he's going to be performing at the Royal Command Performance. Well, the only thing he could possibly do for, Her Majesty's pleasure would be go someplace at Her Majesty's pleasure for the next 50 years, I would suggest. I think he's being so clever because he's sort of every joke, I use the word in its completely inaccurate sense there, every piece of material that he does, he kind of deconstructs. He says, that was a callback, or I'll do that in a regional accent. And it's a bit like watching a very, very unpleasant toddler playing with their own poo. Is what they show us.
We won't get many stars. Is there something else that might get slightly more?
Well, not because the show I went to see after that was called, I should have known better, it's called Dill Don't. You see what they did there? Now, there are many, I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we all know there is much fun to be had with a dildo. They had about 100 of them, and it didn't add up to, it's a complete waste of perfectly useful latex.
Right.
There was no discernible plot, characters were dreadful, it was absolutely appalling.
So dildo didn't stand up? You see what I did there?
Batteries were not included, neither were laughs or entertainment.
Something we can watch. Is there
Well, how are you at staying up late?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Last night, I did mention this once before, but last night, there's one more. Do I have time to
yes, just quickly.
Very quickly. I went to see a very charming young comic called Luke Toulson. Now, I didn't unfortunately get to see his act, I don't think, because what happened was this. About halfway through, he was having a bit of fun with a member of the audience, and the member of the audience, his girlfriend, said, I think I need to go to the toilet. She was in the front row, on the far end of the front row, which meant that to get to the toilet, she had to run across the entire front of the stage, at which point she seemed to trigger some kind of primal response in the rest of the audience, because a girl on the other end of the front row decided she needed to go to the toilet. And then this appalling excuse for a Scotsman, who had wandered in holding 2 pints, decided that he needed to go to the toilet, and then somebody in the back row in the midst of this mayhem said, can we have a toilet break? Now these shows are 50 minutes long. This is not the fucking Ring cycle. So I don't think I got to see Luke's show. Finally, Latches Anti-Hoot. Very, very late. It doesn't start till midnight. It's perfect fringe all in the one show. It does last till 3:30 in the morning. I was there till 3:30 in the morning. That's how much I enjoyed myself. Where else are you going to see a couple of members from the audience who think they can do a bit? Mike McShane, Michelle McManus, Paul Foot, the entire cast of Lesbian Bathhouse, 2 amazing American singers, a phenomenal technician from the stand who turns out to be a jazz genius, and a comic called Teddy who beat Kevin Bridges in the Scottish Variety Awards, all lining up to do 8 minutes each on the show. It is phenomenal. You do nothing else. Go grab it, and you can go to the toilet in between acts. It's kind of a rock and roll show.
And what's the show called?
It's called Latches. You see, you never listen to what I
Just to...
Latches Anti-Hoot. It's on a gilded balloon. Very late, but have an afternoon nap and go. It's wonderful.
Magic. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for Scotsman critic Kate Copstick?